Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. What a day, huh? That was a slight risk. I think the slight risk could have probably been an enhanced risk for the hail. And I was thinking about that this afternoon. I was like, it's very unique for us to get a storm system like this to where there's more hail than rain in some areas. The hail just starts falling. And one of the challenges today, I think, if you were out in this, is the fact that we probably had a lot of people unaware that the lightning was such a danger because there wasn't as much rain. These were called low precipitation supercells. We rarely get them. In fact, the last time I remember them was when we had a tornado, that EF1 tornado in the 5 Points area in January. That may have been 2017 or 2014, one of those. But not sure what that writing is. But again, there's still some of you without power. They'll still be assessing some of that. Might have had a few cold air funnels out there. I've seen a few videos, but we didn't have any tornadoes. We weren't expecting tornadoes. And cold air funnels happen when you get that wind shear and then you get the instability, really cold aloft and warm at the surface. And it was a warm day. It really didn't feel like a severe weather day either. Let's go ahead and take a look here at your forecast. Pleasant out there right now, awfully green. 58 degrees. It got rain cooled awfully quick. In case you're wondering where the storms are now, the severe thunderstorm watch was let go. So overall, looking pretty good. And tonight will cool off. You can see that boundary there, that green line, that is an outflow boundary. They're probably seeing winds around 30 miles an hour heading towards Auburn. And as that boundary moves south, it triggers new storms. But once we became outflow dominant today, our threat really went away. The next 12 hours, the temperatures fall into the 40s. It's going to be a chilly start to the day. It's Friday, some good news there, but we are going to see these instability showers come back. Here's a quick look at the showers and thunderstorms. I say instability showers come back. The rain chances will return, but nothing like what we had today. Take a look at the swirl here. This upper level low shows up very well on the water vapor satellite imagery. That's why we use this a lot. The temperatures about 18,000 feet above the ground. They're going to be about 11 degrees below zero to 15 degrees below zero tomorrow, and that's going to create instability. And as that happens, we're going to get these columns rising, and we're going to see showers, and there could be some wind gusts around 40 miles an hour with those showers. So here's a look at that. As we go past 10:30 tonight, clearing out there. In fact, it'll be really quiet overnight tonight. And it's just chilly to start the morning. Northwest winds around 8, gusting to 15. But look what happens as this upper low kind of rotates through one more time. Around 2 o'clock, might see what we call grapple. That's a really soft hail, and it looks like Dippin' Dots, to be quite honest, to paint the best picture of that. And those will move through, some gusty winds associated with this. Best way to call it, some convective showers out there. Should be a pretty day too. You should see some spacing between the showers, so a good day for photography. And as we get into the evening hours, yeah, you guys did have some crazy lightning over there in Fort Payne. As we get into the evening hours, I think things will quiet down. You'll need a jacket tomorrow night. Here's your 10-day forecast coming up here. Trash Pandas, they'll probably do a doubleheader at some point tomorrow, and probably not the best weather, but there may be a delay. I think things may shut off just in time for the game tomorrow. In fact, if I was them, I'd do a doubleheader this weekend. The weekend weather looks fantastic, so we're looking forward to that. But overall, 71 degrees Sunday. Really nice weather. Might see a touch of frost at some point this weekend, mainly in the sheltered valleys, those low spots out there. That's where the cold air will drain, but it shouldn't be a big issue. And I think looking at the long-range forecast, of course, we're still going to have blackberry winter coming up, but I just don't see another significant threat for a widespread killer frost or a freeze. So some of you plant to your delight as we go into the weekend. And I'll be thinking about my taxes I still have to do as we go into next week. But very quiet weather next week, but it's still April. And I was looking at some things, and one of the things I was looking at is the fact that the Gulf waters are very warm. They're abnormally warm, and whenever that happens this time of year, we always think of that's the fuel for severe weather returning. Of course, we're in our peak for severe weather season. Today was kind of an odd day, so to speak, with that. And overall, we continue to watch mainly hail threat with what we had tonight. Going to post some of your comments up here on the screen. We get a few of those in tonight. Yeah, Fort Payne. This was the thing today. The Shoals didn't see a lot of hail there. Harvest Monrovia didn't see much destructive hail there. But areas that saw the most hail were where we pretty much thought they would be. And that graphic that I posted last night on my Facebook page really showed things flaring up after 5 o'clock, and it was pretty much spot on. You get into Morgan County, southeast Madison County east, especially down into Marshall County. Boy, Albertville got hit hard today. That's probably the biggest hail we've had in a while, and it's been a while since we've had that kind of hail. Usually we don't see a lot of the characteristics of a lot of motion with the clouds today. You could actually see the upper level wind shear with some of the storms today, just because the lower levels of the atmosphere were fairly dry, and that's what made for such a picturesque storm. If you're looking for something to do, maybe a time lapse, I'm going to go to our website, WAFF.com, and you can go on and you go to our camera section in the weather part, and you can time lapse those videos. So I'm going to go through that, and if there's anything good, maybe I'll share that with you guys later as well. Going to run a quick commercial break, and then I will be right back. All right, back to the full screen desk cam. Yeah, there was a lot of wind and even some hail in Hartselle area. We had a lot of wind coming in behind this. Posted a video in the Leeton area. It was wild. We had a lot of dust in the wind there. And again, still looking at the potential. We may have had some cold air funnels out there too. One thing that's been brought to my attention, we've got a new crawl system, and every alert that came out got really annoying on WFF. Whoops. Oh, yeah. I'm still talking though. But again, so what I was talking about, again, brought to you by Broadway Theater League. So one of the annoying things, I guess, that came up, as I mentioned earlier, was the fact that we had the toning kept going off for every warning that went out. So we're going to make some adjustments on that, and hopefully that won't happen again. It was just really active. We were in the studio. It was just beep, 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 kept going off and off and off. So hopefully we'll fix that. Just want to briefly show you your 10-day forecast again, talk a little bit about tomorrow one more time, and then I'm going to shut it down because I've got to go do a cut-in here on television in about 6 minutes. So we'll shut this down pretty quickly. Tomorrow, these showers coming in, and overall the shower activity, I'm going to back that up just to show you what's going on here. Again, I got playing my own producer here as well. So as we get into the afternoon hours tomorrow, it's Friday, looking good, and we have those showers coming in. There will be some gusty winds, brief heavy rain, might even get a little bit of lightning, really unsure, and we usually don't see these kind of events this time of year. So we'll watch that, maybe even some what's called grapple. That's a really soft hail. It's like Dippin' Dots. I mentioned that earlier. Here's a quick look at your 10-day forecast. Again, really nice weather, calm weather. Mother Nature's not going to try to kill us next week, so that's good. And it all starts this weekend. 62 degrees Saturday, 71 Sunday, 81 Monday. And then a cold front comes in and kind of crashes the 80s party we're having, right? And as we take a look at that, we're looking at 50s for lows. I think we're probably going to be safe to plant that spring garden but there will be more severe weather down the road. It's just a matter of time. It's still April, so we'll have to watch that. I really thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a long day for some of you. Some of you may still be without power. Coming up on 48 News at 10, we'll talk more about some breaking news out of DeKalb County that doesn't involve weather. Margot's going to have the latest on that. I'll see you guys later.